And finally tonight, a new report is out saying that Islamic Sharia law is gaining an increasing foothold in Great Britain. The director of the Institute for the Study of Islam and Christianity has even gone so far as to say that there is, quote, an alternative, parallel, unofficial legal system operating in the Muslim communities there. But the real story is, most of us here in the U.S. have no idea what Sharia law even is. So tonight, we're going to do a little primer, Sharia Law 101, if you will. But first, I want to start with an exclusive video of an interview with a Saudi Arabian, remember they're our allies, a Saudi Arabian Sharia law executioner that aired on Lebanese television earlier this month. I want you to watch this very closely.
This is the most renowned executioner in Saudi Arabia, who carries out the executions. His sword delineates the border between seriousness and play. There is no negotiating with him once the heads have ripened. When it's harvesting time, he is the most suited for the job. Do you cut off hands, or do you just do beheadings?
Yes. I carry out the punishment of cutting off thieves' hands, as well as the cutting off of a hand and a leg on alternate sides, as is written in the Quran.
Abdallah, when you carry out the punishment of cutting off limbs, do you anesthetize the condemned person, or is it done without anesthesia, like beheadings?
With regard to the cutting off of a hand, or of both a hand and a leg, it is done with local anesthesia only.
Have you ever beheaded someone you knew?
Yes, I have beheaded many people who were my friends. But whoever commits an offense brings it on himself.
A viewer from Riyadh called to ask whether you execute both men and women. Do you execute women? And do you feel anything different when you execute a woman or a man?
An execution is an execution. The difference is that sometimes when you execute a man, he cannot control his nerves and sit or stand straight so that the job can be done.
Dear Mother of God, what are we facing? Paul Marshall is a senior fellow at the Hudson Institute, an expert on Sharia law. What we just witnessed, is this radicalized Sharia law in Saudi Arabia, or is this the regular stuff?
This is a radicalized form. What the Saudis do, you don't find it in many other places.
Okay. Now, what is taking a foothold, what we just talked about, it is starting to spread, and we're starting to see it in places like Great Britain, where there is a subculture, another set of laws that aren't on anybody's books. Is that radicalized Sharia law?
Some of the things happening in Britain are, Sharia can cover everything from how you pray, it deals with divorce and marriage, and then it also deals with murder and adultery. In Britain and in Canada and other places, most of the push for Sharia has been about marriage, divorce,